So it's Wednesday, June 5th, and I just went on a walk to prepare for all the walking that we're going to do in Cuba. And I'm sitting at home in my dining room with the rest of my family asleep, and I'm just thinking about all of the things that I've been reading about or watching lately. I watched more of the Cuba Libre story last night and realized that this place has such a rich and varied and kind of sordid history of, it seems like when Fidel and Che led the revolution, people were really excited. I mean, really excited, because the guy who led the country before them, backed by America, BT Dubs, was just a horrible, horrible human being. And it seems like at the very beginning, Fidel wasn't. And I mean, Che wasn't. They cared about the poor. They cared about the oppressed. They cared about they weren't, don't hear me say that they were perfect in every way, because, there were stories of things that happened even during the revolution that I think, oh, it's a little bit intense. But it seems like he was a grand manipulator of the media, and he gave the Cuban people this hope that things could be different and that things could be better. And then just a little while into his regime, things started happening. People started being arrested, people that were his really close friends, but they were outspoken. They didn't like communism. People started disappearing. And I wonder how that squashed hope affects a community of people. We have been oppressed and we have been miserable, and we have finally been liberated, and there is such joy, and then the liberation doesn't turn out the way they thought it would. And I was really interested to discover that Batista, it's not like Fidel, defeated him. He didn't fight to the end. He saw the writing on the wall, and he and his top officials fled. And then the soldiers who had been paid to work for Batista, but who didn't like him at all, they didn't even fight. They just laid down their arms. Once Batista left the country, the soldiers were like, awesome, we're done. Just still processing.